Hi everyone, my name is Margarian with the Margarian Law firm. At our firm, we pride ourselves for helping consumers with claims against vehicle manufacturers and dealerships. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, we realized the gravity of the situation and the importance of continuing to fight for your cases. This is particularly important for clients whose livelihood depends on having reliable transportation. This is why we are working remotely. We have extended our hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and we're accessible via phone calls, emails, and even Zoom conference calls if necessary. We will continue to represent existing clients and new clients as needed throughout this time period. What is beyond our control is the effect of COVID-19 on the automotive industry overall. In fact, a lot of manufacturers have shut down their manufacturing plants and their headquarters, and as a result of this, processing of lemon law claims has slowed down drastically. We are still working on these cases. The corporate offices are responding to our demands. Their law firms, their defense firms are still working on the cases, but everything is moving much slower than usual, as you would imagine. In addition to this, a lot of manufacturers have implemented safety protocols for their own employees, and as a result of this, they are no longer conducting vehicle inspections at this time. They are also no longer accepting vehicle buybacks, meaning if we have a case and we win your case, they are not willing to accept your car back at this point in time. This means you have to keep your vehicle until the pandemic ends, hopefully within a month or two, and at that point they are willing to accept your vehicle buyback. This is actually not bad news if your vehicle is safe at this point and you're able to drive it and use it. This means you can keep using the vehicle. Of course, if your vehicle is unsafe, then we recommend that you park the vehicle until the case is over and we have the opportunity to return your vehicle to the manufacturer. Some other manufacturers have implemented alternate settlement protocols whereby they are willing to engage with us and resolve cases where they write checks basically to our clients. Rather than taking the vehicles back, they will write you the appropriate amount of refund check, and you can keep your vehicle or dispose of it as you wish. And a lot of times that's favorable to the consumers. The long-term effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on lemon law and dealer fraud cases is likely to be inconsequential. If you have a defective vehicle, that fact will not change, the laws will not change, and the laws in general will persevere and courts will reopen. I wanted to mention that right now the civil courts are closed. There's a standing order that all civil courts are non-operational and judges cannot issue rulings on cases other than criminal cases and a few other categories. Lemon law and dealer fraud cases do not fall into those important categories, critical categories, which infringe on people's rights, constitutional rights. So for that reason, lemon law cases are on hold within the legal system, within the court system. This only means there will be a delay in getting adjudication and getting to your trial if your case is going to trial. We have a lot of cases that are scheduled for trial, and those dates are being continued 2 to 3 months out in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. On the bright side, what this is allowing us to do is spend more time negotiating with vehicle manufacturers regarding each case. Therefore, if you have an open case with us, we are spending a lot of time talking to their attorneys and their in-house representatives regarding resolving your cases. And I feel that because they too do not have to spend as much time fighting and preparing for trials, they're more able right now to settle more cases. And if that settlement includes a repurchase of your vehicle, that repurchase might be placed on hold for a month or two. However, that doesn't mean they will not buy back your vehicle. If the settlement involves a cash payout, then that could be done relatively quickly, and you do not have to wait for the COVID-19 pandemic to be over before you're able to collect your funds. Given the fact that most people are not working at this point in time, it is a great opportunity to catch up on outstanding projects and to get your legal matters in order. This includes referring to your lemon law or dealer fraud cases. If you have a vehicle which has exhibited defects in the past, or if you have suspicions regarding the purchase documents which you signed when you purchased the vehicle, or anything related to your vehicle, this is a great time to gather your documents and forward them to an experienced attorney for a free evaluation. We at the Margarian Law Firm would be happy to do that for you. And if you do have a case, we will assess it. We will give you an approximate estimate of how much you should be receiving from the manufacturer if it's a lemon law case, or from the dealership if it's a dealer fraud case. And it's just overall a good time to get your other legal matters in order before the pandemic is over and we all get back to the daily routine where we don't have time to deal with secondary issues such as legal matters. Under the California Lemon Law, also known as the Song-Beverly Consumer Warranty Act, and under the Federal Lemon Law, known as the Magnuson-Moss Consumer Warranty Act, if a consumer purchases a vehicle for personal family use and that vehicle exhibits excessive defects, meaning it has defective components, it has problems, then the consumer is entitled to a statutory refund. What that means is there's a formula which is used to compute how much the consumer is supposed to receive back by way of a refund from the manufacturer, and the manufacturer is obligated to purchase that vehicle back from the consumer. The manufacturer is also obligated to pay for that consumer's attorney's fees and costs, which means you as the consumer are entitled to hire an attorney without actually paying that attorney out of pocket. The best way to determine whether you have a good lemon law case is to consult a lemon law attorney. An experienced attorney will be able to give you a free evaluation, and if you have a legitimate case with proper merits, which means your vehicle has had defects which render it unsafe and valid for repurchase, then the attorney would be willing to represent you without charging you a single dollar, and the attorney would get paid by the manufacturer. We handle hundreds of such cases every year, and over the last 13 years we've handled thousands of such cases. The same principle applies to dealer fraud. So dealer fraud is regarding misrepresentations by dealerships at the time of selling a vehicle or leasing a vehicle to a consumer. The rules are kind of in parallel to lemon law. The bottom line outcome is that if you were defrauded, if the dealership failed to disclose information regarding your vehicle, which they should have, and they hid facts about your vehicle, then you are entitled to a refund. Again, the best thing to do is to consult an attorney for a free evaluation and to determine how much your case is worth, if anything. We at the Margarian Law Firm offer free consultations for lemon law and dealer fraud cases, and you're welcome to call us or email us your repair documents, and we will walk you through the process. Despite the unfortunate circumstances of COVID-19, now is a great time to reorganize your lives. This includes especially reorganizing your legal matters. The paperwork that you have been procrastinating about, the legal questions you've had all along but never had the time to call an attorney regarding, now is a great time to take care of those matters. We at the Margarian Law Firm focus on lemon law and dealer fraud cases, and we would be happy to give you a free consultation regarding your vehicle. If you have other legal questions, we would also be happy to refer you to other attorneys within our network who could assist you with other matters.